Oi! Hey there, everyone, and welcome back to part 2 of our day 4 stream here. Day 4 of the Cheese League baseball tournament on the Geek Cheese Twitch channel. Again, the games will be broadcast. Well, not be broadcast. They will be available. If you miss anything, they'll be available on the YouTube page a day or so after they broadcast here. So last time we saw, let's check out the detailed bracket because we've got some stuff to talk about. Last time, this morning, when we were together, we watched the Aeroplanes win 8-6 over the Stilton Saucers, and we also saw the Provolone Prospectors absolutely demolish the Mozzarella Maneaters 18-5. So yeah, that's what we were checking out, and while that is happening, I'm going to check quickly on the World Baseball Classic scores, give you guys an update there. But in the meantime, we're looking at two the next games that we're looking at here: Brie Boomerangs and the Feta Fiddlers. Brie Boomerangs and Ricotta Regals, and the Feta Fiddlers and Kasiri Kraken. So that is what we got coming up. As of right now, let me give you a brief update. In the morning, we learned that Japan won over the Czech Republic, and now we can report that Chinese Taipei won over the Netherlands, and currently on FS2 we have Nicaragua and Puerto Rico battling it out. Puerto Rico's up 1-0. I really wish I could watch this game again. If you watched my rant earlier, yeah, I don't know where I can watch. I don't know what FS2 is. I don't know if that's a channel. I've never seen it before, but I really, really, really wish I could watch that game because Puerto Rico is an awesome team. So it's that'd be interesting to watch, but I can't. So that's that. So that's where we are. So we're gonna get right into the game here. We're gonna go to Kata Regals versus the Bree Boomerangs. We're at the Swagger Center again. Again, Boomerangs are up 2-1 in the series. And that is where we are with these two teams. Again, thank you for joining us here on this Saturday afternoon. Got a day full of fake baseball and a day full of real baseball. All happening at the same time for you. Right now, currently, the Yankees are also playing against the Pittsburgh Pirates in some spring training action. And they're also, they're doing a split squad day. They're also battling against the Phillies. A little overcast and hazy sky here at the Swagger Center. One's fouled away as we look at Bach Zavala on the mound. Facing off against Kerry Coleman, leadoff hitter for the Regals. Zavala gets her to line out to second base. And Cananeo steps in looking for her first hit of the tourney. Zavala has four-seamer cutter, slider, and a curveball in his arsenal. There's the curveball, grounder to meter. She wins the foot race, and that's out number 2. And now we have Ava Oliver up. As we look at Zavala working away. Pretty economical here thus far. Ball in the dirt, 3-1. Now the full count with 2 outs here, top of the first, and walks Oliver. Brings up Dickie O'Neill, who's really struggled thus far as well in the tourney. Batting a $111. And 2-0. There's a strike. And there's a hit up the middle. Just a little 2-out base hit. Puts 2 on for the Regals here. Brings up Ralph Smith, who I said Ralph Smith seems like the vanilla pudding of white guy names. Para says, I threw a boomerang once and it never came back. Now I live in constant fear. It'll get you. One of these days, that's a gapper. Rolls all the way to the wall in the deepest part of the ballpark. 1 run comes home. 2 run comes home. 2 runs come home. And it's an RBI double for Ralph Smith, vanilla pudding. So the Regals strike first. They get to Zavala in the first here. I've never actually seen an actual boomerang now I think about it. Never held one. I don't know how their aerodynamic properties work. Who figured that out? I'm guessing it's the Aborigines, right? That probably figured that out. Being that it's such an Australian-related device. I know they have the atlatl, but the atlatl is just something that you throw. It doesn't come back to you, so. That one's fouled away. So 2 runs there, top of the first for the Regals, and down on strikes goes the never worked. That's interesting. You must have to throw it like a certain way, like a frisbee. You can never really get a frisbee to go really good. So 1 out here. Oldie grounds to third, and that's out number 2. Let's take a look as Freddie Mickelson steps up to the plate. Let's take a look at Fiona Lynn Jr. Four-seamer slider, curveball, changeup for the southpaw here for the Regals. Grounded to O'Neill, and that's out number 3. A quick bottom half of the first. I don't know how it works. Like I said, I imagine you throw it something like a frisbee. I remember when Ultimate Frisbee was a thing. You got Ultimate Frisbee Day in gym class. Oh man. Popped up down the right field line. Easy. Can of corn out there for Espinoza. That brings up Lamb. Still looking for his first hit of the tourney. And now foul ball. 1-1. Boomerangs are actually big too. If I remember correctly, I think they're like really huge. Sidearm pitch at the sky. Interesting. That one is high and far and carrying off the big wall. Espinoza plays it well, but nonetheless, it's a double. Here, a one-out double for the Regals. Brings up Plouffe. A sidearm pitch to the sky. That's what it's more like. Interesting. Is that one going to drop in? No. Buck with a nice sliding catch. And in steps scared Coleman. Top of the order already. Back up for the Regal Beagles. A hot shot to Dakota. Out number 3. Heart of the order due up for the Bree Boomerangs.
The catcher, number 6.
Here's some questionable calls. That is hit high and far and is gonna be off the big wall. Just a long, very hard hit. Single. That's true, you did say it never worked, so what are we trusting you for? Powers never had it work. That is the 6-4-3 double play. But am I right though? The Boomerangs are huge, right? They're typically gigantic. Like really, really big, I thought. Like wooden. Granted, Lamb out number 3 again. A very economical inning. Top of the third we go. Snowcaps are little nuggets of heaven. Man, nonpareils are the shiznit. I go through like a bag of those like a wood chipper. Same thing with malted milk balls. Man, malted milk balls. So there were a couple of staples in the household of cheese when I was growing up, of snacks. Actually, Callie and I were talking about this the other day. So snacks would totally be, as that one is low. And we got base runners again for the Regals. Dickie O'Neill steps in, but 1 out, runner on first here in the third. So we would always have, oh my god, what are they called? Malted milk balls. Jesus, I just blanked there for. So there's always malted milk balls in my house. My dad loved those. Every year my aunt would get him a giant carton of Whoppers for Christmas. But the ones that you got at like the grocery store with like the thick chocolate shell. Ooh man. So we always had malted milk balls. We had a lot of time black licorice that my dad really liked, which was disgusting. Nonpareils were, you know, if you wanted to get fancy, we had nonpareils. That was like a specialty. That was like, we went to a special place and they had nonpareils. As Lynn looking really good out here on the mound, facing off against Espinoza. 7-8-1 due up. 7-8-9 rather, sorry. Due up for the Boomerangs. Grounder. Cross diamond out number 1. anise bears. Those little, they're like black licorice bears covered in chocolate, like gummy bear kind of things. My dad loved those too. I didn't like those as much, but I liked the little mint leaves, as that one is out number 2. There's like these like little green leaf spearmint or peppermint, or I guess it's spearmint leaves. But they're like licorice too. Oh man, can't eat licorice anymore. It bothers me. But those were amazing. Probably bothers me because I ate so much of those when I was a kid. But yeah, malted milk balls. Oh, they were delish. Good speed on the base pass here for the Boomerangs. As Dakota steps in, fouls out one back. Runner goes and slides in safely into second base. And a little liner for an out. They leave a runner stranded. Yeah, nonpareils. Any local candy shop has like the best candy whatsoever. Any local candy shop, really. Just like, there used to be a candy shop in my hometown that always had that kind of stuff. We never went there because it was a pain in the ass to get there. We lived in a tourist trap, but
Number 16.
Eric Sipwell steps in 6, 7, and 8 here for the Regals. On top of the 4th, they lead at 2-0 over the Boomerangs thus far. Down on strikes he goes.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 10.
We always had candy like that in the house. It's like, my dad has a huge sweet tooth, so we always would end up, you know, always end up eating that kind of stuff. Just having it around the house. 2-2. Speaking of sweet tooth, those damn Girl Scouts got me today. Damn Girl Scouts. They got me. And I've been lying to every single Girl Scout I saw until I ran into the right one. I'm telling everybody I already bought them. Today I finally did. In the wild. Wanted to run into Kelly and Livy in the wild. Popped up. Out number 3. Real quick inning there. Top half of the 4th. Quickest that we've had thus far. The Regals up to bat. That brings up Case and Oldie. What we end up getting? Lemonades. We got lemonades because they are good. And what other Girl Scout cookie did we get? Adventurefuls. So those are the ones that we purchased. And then I wanted to buy a tiller as the batters walked at the hardware store. Cookie, it was the last day for cookie season, I was informed. So I had to buy now. Buy, sell. I wanted to buy a tiller, but I did not get a tiller. Gonna use a coupon on another day. This is the excitement that is my life. 2-2 on Mickelson. Loop and curveball. It might have been a slider now I think about it. Yeah, Kelly picked those out. She looked at the Adventurefuls. She's like, those are delicious. Or look delicious, rather. So runner on first, 1 out here, bottom of the 4th. Dirk DeVilla up. Lynn's out there looking pretty locked in thus far. That one is jacked. Does that have the distance? No. Off the wall, McKenna Mayo plays it great off the carom. Again, just a long single. Long hard hit single. But runners on the corners, so Lynn in a little bit of trouble here. If she can get Sawhorse grounded to double play, that would be great. And this could be it. 6, 4, and 3. That's the inning-ending double play. So nothing doing here for the Boomerangs as we go into the top of the 5th. is fouled away. I've got my neighbor asking me questions about stuff. Got to hit him up then. Foul, foul, foul. And fouled away again. And walks her. Brings up McKenna Mayo, 0 for 2, looking for her first hit. Top of the 5th here. 2-0. The Ricotta Regal Beagles are leading the charge. Runner goes and slides in safely. We'll do a quick check here on the scores in the Super Mega Baseball, Jesus, the World Baseball Classic. In a moment, that's a grounder to second for the out. Runner moves up 9 feet. And all right, Botchavella's gone. They pull him. They bring in Browline. Popped up shallow center. Runner's coming home. Play at the plate. There is no play at the plate. The Regals extend their lead 3-0 over the Boomerangs. That beautiful Swagger center. I thought that short porch in right with the big wall would actually have a little more play, but it's not. Shattered bat, swing and bunt. Out number 3. Off the fists, I guess. 1 run here in the top of the 5th. Going to the bottom half of the frame. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the home team. That is fouled away. Bruins are currently losing to the Red Wings. That is grounded to short. Out number 1. Bruins are losing to the Red Wings. Well, look, Kraken plays. Ooh, who's the Kraken play tonight? Senators? Got the Sens tonight. Ah, sneaks up the middle. That's a base hit. Stars. Got the Dallas Stars tonight. That's right. They played the Senators the other day and they lost. Stupid Senators. Bruins are losing. Bruins have like 30 or 40 wins. Something stupid. Nobody's catching them. A hot shot to Tiki O'Neill. Dallas, next 2 games? They have 2 games against Dallas, really? That's weird. They do have 2 games against Dallas. That is an odd, it's very odd scheduling. That's weird. Popped up to right field, should be a can of corn. And it is. Coleman puts it away. Going to the top of the 6th. Ralph Smith will lead it off. 1 for 2. That big 2 RBI double for him.
Number 22.
Dallas next 2 games, 3 and 11 days. That one is jacked and is gonna be gone. Ralph Smith. Vanilla Pudding. 367 foot shot. First homer, 5th RBI of the tournament. He extends the lead. Have yourself a game, Ralph Smith. It's now 4-0. Ricotta over Bree. 3 and 11 days. Entire series inside 2 weeks. That one is hit high and is carrying off the big. Oh my God, that almost got out. That was almost a mammoth tank of a home run. Missed it by about a foot.
Number 16.
All 3 games against the Dallas Stars for the Seattle Kraken are in the next 11 days. Usually it's more spread out. That's really strange. That is very, very strange scheduling on the NHL's part. I thought we played the Stars earlier this year, but maybe not. Down on strikes goes Sipwell. That brings up Lamb. 2 for 2, double and the single so far. I've never seen anybody get a cycle in this game, so that'd be cool. A triple and a homer. 1 out. Runner on second. And quickly in the hole, 0-2. Down strikes he goes, 1-2-3. Yeah, it's odd. There's a lot of talk about, as Plouffe steps in over 2. There's a lot of talk about the Bruins. Obviously, nobody catching the Bruins. They're just so good. But there's also a lot of talk about the Rangers and the moves that they made and how good they are. Ooh, that is off Oldie's glove. Runners digging, coming home. Good heads-up base running. They extend their lead to 5-0.
The right fielder, number 57.
High and inside. 2-2 now on Coleman. And now the full count. That'll send the runner. And walked her.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 3.
I cannot find my Kraken hoodie. It's making me very upset. I don't know where it is. I was looking at Kraken stuff and also Yankee stuff today, and that's a bad thing. That is a bad thing to do. Two and two, 2 outs, 2 runners on here in the top of the 6th. Runners go. The full count in there is a ground out to Oldie, so they strand 2, but they get 2. They lead at 5-0 here as we go to the bottom of the 6th. The top of the order due up here. Top of the order to you for the Bree Boomerangs. And that's a hit into left field.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 4.
Oldie steps in with a runner on first, so it is 5-0, folks, here, bottom of the 6th. This is game number, day number, I apologize, day number 4 of the Cheese League Baseball Tournament, Sim Baseball League Tournament. It's a pop out to Coleman. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, a little plug. These games are going to be dropped up on our YouTube page. Go check it out. When like a day or so, they'll be dropped up there. Do some more games tomorrow. Probably the same schedule, 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. and a little bit later, probably, because I have some things going on tomorrow afternoon. So probably a little bit later in the evening. Then we'll drop, or we'll do another stream. Follow us on Twitter, Geek_Cheese, for those updates, or follow us here as Lynn gets pulled, and we're going to have Lallier come in. Very inflated ERA for Lallier. Looking tense already. And that's in the gap. And that's going to be a couple base runners coming home. Here comes one, and here comes the other. And it is a 5-2 ball game, a 2 RBI double. And that brings up Repo Sawhorse, DH, for the Bree Boomerangs with a runner on second. So they're coming back. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. Lallier looking rattled. There's a good pitch. Buckled his knees. And that one is hit high and far and is off the wall. Runner held at second. So, second and third now. 1 out. Corners come in. Oh, he's going to come home, and he's out. Good play behind the plate. Can I keep that at least in front of him? This warning track power. Oh, no, it's off the very top of the wall. The runner comes home. Wow, that hit off the very, very top of the wall. A lot of weird things happen in this inning. And Lallier's pulled. Now we're going to have Stewart come in. The Regals bullpen is a little thin. A lot of C-rated players. Not the greatest bullpen. So 1-1, 2 outs, runner on second. Regal Beagles have 3 runners in. This one's high and far. Is that going to get over the big wall? Yeah, it does. Just sneaks over the wall. 360-foot shot for Espinosa. First homer, second RBI of the tournament, and the 3 boomerangs tie it up. Different look here, folks. A different look of game now as Grover Stewart looks rattled out on the mound. Not good. Down on strikes. They stop the bleeding. 5-run bottom of the 6th for the Boomerangs. They tie it up. We go to the top of the 7th. Looking for a big 1-2-3 inning. Madeline Richards comes in. And that's a fair ball down the line into the corner. It's going to be extra bases for sure. Stand-up double here for the Regals to lead it off here in the top of the 7th. Dickie O'Neill steps in 1 for 3. And that's a base hit up the middle. Does that score a run? They are going for it. Runner's coming home, slides in safely, and good heads-up base running to get the second. Regals take the 6-5 lead. Here's Ralph Smith. He homered his last time up. Ripped. Mickelson gets the sure out at first. So the runner does move up, though. It's a little bit of a slow roller, so he moved up. Are they gonna walk? No, they're not. So infield in. Meter catches that one. Now 2 outs. A lot of things happen in this past couple half innings. So 2 outs now. Runner on third. And that one is popped up. It's like 298 or 299 there, right down the line. It's very, very shallow. They get a run. They take the lead 6-5. Can they hold on to the lead? That's the big question. Sally Meter steps in 1 for 2. Ripped. Foul. There's a strike. 1 and 2. Two and 2. That's a ball in the dirt. 3 and 2. And walked. Brings up Dakota. 1 for 3. Steeler activated. Good speed on the base pass here for the home team Boomerangs. 2-1. His count. Yeah, that's a foul ball. 2 and 2 now. K-Dud activated for Stewart. Very inflated ERA. That one's ripped. Ooh, right off. Sipwell can't get anything. So at least he keeps it in front of him. And brings in Case and Oldie. Pressure very high. Nice double in the gap again or something would give them the lead. Or a home run. And that's off of his glove. And wow. So the game is tied up off of Lamb's glove. Stewart out. Baringer in. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Nobody out. Runners at the corners. Bottom of the 7th. Tie ball game. That is hit high and far. And off the big wall in center field. So a long single. Runner holds at second. But the run comes in. Boomerangs lead at 7-6. Jeez. Nobody out yet. This is a wild inning. Trino to Dirk Davila. Catcher for the home team Boomerangs. Down on strikes it goes. Good off-speed pitch. And that is the first out of the inning. Oof. That one gets away from Burgess behind the plate. Ooh, man. Runners move up 90 feet. That takes away the double play. So the infield's playing in. And that's a gapper. 1 run comes home. 2 runs come home. 2 RBI double. 9-6 rather. The Boomerangs lead it over the Ricotta Regals. Fouled away. Grounder to Plouffe. Takes it himself. Runner moves up. 2 outs. And Daryl Dingo comes in. Okay, I should have been keeping count. That might be all of... Oh, that's gone. That might be all of the Regals' 375-foot homer for Espinoza. Second, I believe second of the game. Second home run of the tournament. 4th RBI of the tournament. They just keep tacking on runs here. 11-6 now. Dingo might be the last reliever out of this bullpen. He might be. They've used a lot of relievers. This should do it for the inning. Out number 3. Ooh, what are they going to do? 6 runs. Bottom of the 7th. Jeez. Boomerangs now lead at 11-6. Going to give you all an update on the Nicaragua-Puerto Rico game. Ooh, it's now 4-1 Puerto Rico over Nicaragua in the bottom of the 5th. They have runners in the corners but 1 out. That one is golfed high and far and gone. .435-foot jack, Lamb's first homer and first RBI of the tourney.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 48.
So Puerto Rico winning. It's awesome. Madeline Richards out there, working away on the mound. Down on strikes he goes.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 55.
I would like a Ricotta Regals hat. I think their hats are pretty cool. Here's Kerry Coleman facing Preston Lugo. First appearance for him in the tournament. 2-1. I just realized how tired I am. Just running around all this stuff got going on today.
The left fielder, number 3.
It's just gonna keep going. Ball inside. 1-1 is the count. Ooh, oldie with the diving stop, and they get the speedy mayo. Got a sandwich with chipotle mayo on it last night. It was quite delicious. It's vegan chipotle mayo. And it was delish. Sally Meter steps in now. Bottom of the 8th. Regals looking for a quick inning here. Stop the bleeding, get those bats back up. See if they can do that. I have my doubts. Oh, here's a good start. Sip well. Across the Plouffe, out number 1.
Number 18.
Just like to also shout out the khaki jogger pant with stretchy waistband for the short and portly. What a delightful pair of pants. Down on strike she goes. I wear these things to work. Wear them everywhere. It's great. You can actually look half decent but still feel like you're wearing pajamas. And isn't that the goal, everyone? Isn't that the goal? 0-2 to Oldie. Down and strikes goes. So the Regals come up to bat now here in the top of the ninth. 3, 4, and 5. That's a lot of hitting that has been done by this heart of the order. See if they can make something happen. Maybe a big comeback here. 2-0 for Ava Oliver. And now 3-1. Composed is activated. There's a strike. Trying to get a chase maybe here and something. Down a strike she goes. Frozer. Dickie O'Neill steps in. 2 for 4. Double single RBI for him. Good game. Having a good game. That is a hit into left field. Could be extra bases. He's digging for 2. It's going to be a close play. Oh, no, he's in there safely. Here's Ralph Smith. Home run, doubled, 3 RBIs today. Swings the first pitch he sees, fouls it away. 1-1. Little dribbler, tough play. Oldie bare hands fires. Out number 2. Shout out to not wearing pants for like 2 years. That's funny. During the pandemic, nobody, let's be honest, nobody was wearing pants. It was all gym shorts and dress shirts. So everyone was dressing like a mullet. It was like business up front, party in the back. During the pandemic, so it's all good. But shout out to the Khaki Jogger. Bree Boomerangs win this game. 7-11 and 0 for the Ricotta Regals. 11-14 and 0 for the Boomerangs. And yeah, they had a lot of big hits. Oh, look at this. Davila, a big game. Espinosa, a big game. So a lot of big hits for them. The Regals, you know, kind of kept their own. Lamb had a great game, and so did Dickie O'Neill. Richards gets the win. Stewart gets the loss. Look at these inflated ERAs. It's kind of disgusting. Espinosa, Smith, and Lamb get the top 3 nods here. Let's get right into the next game. So the Bree Boomerangs take 3-1 lead over the Regals. They could win this level of the tourney with win over the Regals the next game. But you know who could also win? Is the Feta Fiddlers. They can clinch a spot in the next level of the tourney with a win over the Kasiri Kraken right now. So let's see what happens. As we take a look at the lineups. And I'm going to take a look at the Yankees are doing. Their split squad game. It's the split squad. Both Pennsylvania teams are playing the Yankees today. They're at Pittsburgh and they're facing off against the Phillies. And top of the second, the Phillies have 2 runners on. It's spring yet. I'm not too worried about it. Although, as we look at Navy Bale facing off against Johnny Dukes. 4-seamer slider, curveball, forkball, and down the line. A leadoff single for Dukes and for the Kraken here. Yankees have Freddie Montas, who's not going to be pitching this year. That's great. Rodon, who they just got, is now hurt, and I'm fearful as, you know, the Kraken end up starting every game off like this. They get 2 on, and then they just slide away from there. But let's see what happens. Yeah, the Rodon is hurt. He might need Tommy John. That's kind of like my thinking. He might need Tommy John. So we shall see about that. So our rotation is already getting thin. That is ripped. That's gone. It's a line drive gone awry. Larry Hansen, 3-run ding-dong. Top of the first for the Kasiri Kraken. First homer, third RBI of the tournament.
Now batting, the designated
And Rohan
hitter,
Suzuki steps
number
up.
5.
Kraken beats Crab, indeed, in the chat. Comebacker out number 1.
Batting, the left fielder,
Aubrey Flowers steps
number
in.
7.
And I absolutely love Kasiri Kraken colors. It's because they're the Seattle Mariners colors, and Seattle Mariners, I just love their colors. I wish they'd update their jerseys, maybe. Maybe update their logo too. Their colors are great. I like the M that looked like the trident. That was always my favorite Mariners logo. Pippa Othello steps in now. 2 outs, bottom or top of the first. Evie Bale struggling. Looking tense thus far, and walks her.
Now batting, the second baseman,
Brings up
number
Jacob
55.
Doyle. Fouled away. 1-1. Runner on first. 2 outs here. 3 runs already in the top of the first. 3-1 now to Doyle. Ball 4 looked like a pretty decent pitch, so walks
Now batting,
2 in a row. Brings up Newman.
number 23.
There's a strike. Ball in the dirt. Good block behind the plate. That one is hit high and far, and it's going to be off the wall, deepest part of the ballpark here. 1 run comes home. 2 runs come home. It's an RBI double.
Now
5-0.
batting,
The
third
Kraken
baseman,
lead here.
number 25.
Top of the first. Steps the bright spot in the Kraken lineup. Brett Thompson, 455 thus far in the tournament. And nice diving stop by Harris at third to get the final out of the inning. 5 runs. Top of the first. Kraken lead it. We go to the bottom part of the frame. The home team Fiddlers come up.
Number 49.
And it steps Ballstein Price to lead it off. The Fiddlers catcher. And that one's going to duck in for a base hit. Yeah.
The second baseman, number 25.
Delray Santana on the mound. 2-seamer, 4-seamer, changeup, and forkball. 2 forkballers today. And Paris says in the chat, can't wait until they lose 6-5 in sudden death overtime. Oh wait, that's a different team. Yeah, it's a different Kraken. Might be the same result, who knows, but it's a different Kraken. It's surprising how many games the Kraken give up, Seattle Kraken give up in overtime. Although Grew did look pretty decent the other night. That is popped up to the shortstop. This should be Johnny Dukes, right? Yes, it is. Out number 1.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 4.
Good speed the base pass here for the Fiddlers. It's been a hot hitting team, really. Hot hitting, heavy hitting team. 2-1. Fouled away. 2-2. Fouled away. 2-2. A little dribbler. This is going to be a tough one. Who's going to win the foot race? Othello does.
Now batting, the short
And that brings up
number
Layla Hogan.
26.
Runner on second. Of course, our runner moved up. So in scoring position with 2 outs. And that's gone. No doubter. A 2-run shot from Layla Hogan puts the Feta Fiddlers on the board. 382-foot jack, second homer, and 4th RBI of the tourney. So the Kraken could be a self-fulfilling prophecy after all, like their hockey counterpart. Gertie Carter steps in. 5:45 in the tournament. Have yourself a tourney, Gertie Carter. Goes down on strikes here. Nonetheless. 2 are in on the big 2-run ding-dong. Top of the second we go.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 14.
And that one, a little lazy pop, just drops in for the first base runner of the top of the second.
Center fielder,
God,
number 6.
I love these Kraken uniforms. They're so cool. There it goes. Very terrible speed in the base pass. What are you trying to do? Is it a miscommunication? I don't know. A terrible, terrible call. I've seen that a bunch from this Kraken team. Out number 2.
Now batting, the catcher, number 11.
Larry Anson, 1 for 1, a homer. So far today. 2-0 to Anson. Now 3-0. And walks him.
Designated hitter, number
In
5.
steps Suzuki. Fouled away. 5-2. Kraken lead it here, top of the second. Thank you so much for joining us. As that one has popped up, that's kind of a dangerous spot. That drops in front of Lau. So 2 base runners now for Flowers.
Number 7.
And 2 outs here. Again, the Kraken keep rolling. This will be Navy Bill's 50th pitch, and he's only in the second inning, so this is not good for the Fiddlers. Gonna be hitting their relievers pretty soon, I imagine. Down on strikes. She goes. As we go to the bottom half of the inning, and Santana steps back out on the mound. Let's do a little check here as to the score. Okay, it's 6-1 now. 6-1, bottom of the 6th. Puerto Rico winning over Nicaragua. Grounder to Othello, out number 1. Again, folks, if you want to watch the World Baseball Classic, got baseball happening all day long. Fox Sports 1, whatever the hell Fox Sports 2 is. And big games today, 2:30, Colombia, Mexico on Fox. That's going to be great. Dominican Republic and Venezuela. It's a hot shot to Thompson, out number 3. Dominican Republic, Venezuela, Fox Sports 1, 7 o'clock. That might be the game of the day. That might be the one to watch. And then 9 o'clock, of course, you have Great Britain versus U.S. Navy Bale is pulled. Kind of expecting that. And regulation comes in from the bullpen. Czech Republic, Korea play later at 10. Taipei and Cuba play at 11. There's a whole entire day worth of baseball. So, a leadoff walk here. It's not how you want to start things. Regulation having trouble with the strike zone, which Jacob Doyle steps in. Fouls that one away. 2-2 is the count. Now 3-2. And foul down the line. Ooh, that was weird. My game is like freaking out for some reason. Here we go. 3-2. It just gave like a random. There we go. Give a random bad call. You guys see that? That was strange. It was very, very strange.
Number 23.
Alright, so nobody out. Runners on first and second. Dirk Newman steps up to the plate. Top of the 3rd here. Can the Kraken keep going? Can regulation get a double play? Jeez. He's like working the corners.
Take your base.
Jeez.
Now batting, the third baseman.
If you're a Feta Fiddlers fan, you're probably
25.
out on your porch smoking at this point because this is stressful. Bases loaded, top of the third. Brett Thompson, the hot hitting Brett Thompson up. 1-2 is the count. Fouled away. Again, 1-2. Ooh, right at Tapia.
Now batting,
It's a hot shot down to first. Tapia puts it away. We got 1 out now with runners on every base as Johnny Duke steps in. This could be 2, 1-6, or 3-6-1 rather. The double play gets out of the inning, and a crack and leave the bases loaded.
now batting,
9-1-2 stepping up for the home team Fiddlers.
number 58.
Taking a look at Santana, 30 pitches here. In the third, looking pretty comfortable. That one is high. Let's get a look at the harbor.
Now batting, the
And in steps Ballstein Price.
49.
Change up to start him off.
Ball, that's inside.
Worm burner to Doyle, out number 2.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 25.
And in steps Alfredo West. Lines out to Duke. So 1-2-3 go down the Fiddlers. Santana being pretty economical out there on the mound. Let's see what happens here in the top of the 4th.
Number 6.
As Freddie Finstermacher steps in. Just like saying that. He's got a very baseball name.
Go, that's high. Ball high. Strike.
And an out to Bobber.
Now batting, the catcher, number 11.
Here's Larry Anson. Grounder to Harris. Across the diamond. Out.
Now batting, the
Number
designated
what?
hitter,
2? Number 2. Yeah, it's out number 2. In steps Suzuki.
Go, that's low.
Regulation gets him down on strikes. Actually, it might be regulation's last outing here on the mound. His stats were kind of flashing in the red. Bobbert steps in. Santana, again, just pretty economical out there. Bottom of the 4th, 36 pitches.
Go, inside.
Bobbert looks at, ooh, I thought that was going to be a ball.
Ball high.
3-1,
That's ball.
and walks her.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Hello, Hogan's 1 for 1. 2 RBIs today with that home run.
No, that's inside.
And it's a base hit up the middle. So 2-1, nobody out, bottom of the 4th. Kraken leading it 5-2 over the Feta Fiddlers.
No, high.
That one is hit high, but not far enough. Fenstermacher's there, tagging, and no throw. So runners on the corners now. Fiddlers are threatening. Brings up Everly Harris. It's kind of the first trouble that
Ball, that's low. Ball high.
got some technical difficulties going on downstairs.
Strike. Take your base. Now batting, the center fielder, number 17.
Grounder to Thompson. And the 5-4-3 inning-ending double play. password. That's interesting. Yeah, regulations flashing. He's going to be done. That one ducks in front of Gertie Carter. And I'm going to try to assist from here. I don't understand what password we would need for that. It's always something, folks. Always something. A password for everything. Little dribble to Hogan, to West. Can they get to? No, they cannot.
Now back, the second baseman, number 55.
Pop-up ducks in front of Bobbert. She is going to throw to the cutoff. Thought about going to third. Now there are 2 on, 1 out here. Dirk Newman stepping up. And the Kraken are again threatening. High fly pop-up. Runner tags, goes to third. Cut off by Hogan. So on the corners now, Brett Thompson steps in. He's 0 for 2 today. And walks him.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 14.
Bases again loaded of Kraken. Ducks on the pond. Squid in the ocean, I suppose. Ooh, I just realized I'm just moving a bunch of shit around on my desk without even realizing it. Grounder to Hogan. Out number 3. The bases remain loaded. Going to the bottom of the 5th. 8, 9, and 1 due for the Fiddlers.
Number 30. Go inside.
Ripped into right field. Fiddlers start the bottom half of the frame with
Designated hitter, number 58.
a single. Stetson downtown, looking for his first hit of the tourney. And that's his first hit of the tourney. And it'll be a double. Runs Holden at third. So the Fiddlers. Krato conscious. What the heck is Krato conscious? the Fiddlers are threatening. That is going to be a sac fly runner. Coming home and moving up to third. So the Fiddlers get a run. You know, for some reason, technology never works the way you want it to. Like, for some reason, Kelly just had to log into my Xbox. That one is hit high and far. Is that going to stay in the park? It's going to stay in the park. But, Fenstermacher with a diving stop. Runners come home. It's an RBI. Double for Fenstermacher. Or no, not for Fenstermacher. I apologize. For the Fiddlers. So they're within 1. Remember, they're playing for the win to eliminate the Kraken. What is Krato conscious? I'm trying to figure out what Krato... I have to Google it now. Krato.
Now pitching, number 34.
Wait, what? Crypto conscious. Crypto conscious. That makes sense. Well, if you'd like to know, there is something called Credo, as that one is dribbled to Dukes to Doyle to Fella, and they get the inning ending double play. 2 runs though for the Fiddlers. We go to the top of the 6th. There is something called Cryptococcus. Oh yeah, Cryptococcus. Yeah, viral meningitis. Cryptococcal meningitis. Yeah. I'm looking at it, I'm like, I feel like I know that word. You're delirious. It's supposed to be crypto, giant octopuses in the big hole, cryptopus. I'm delirious. It's alright. Right there with you. I've been watching, speaking of fungus, or viruses, or whatever, I've been watching The Last of Us and really enjoying it. I did not play the video game, so I really don't know what's going on, don't know where it's going to go or anything like that. I feel like if I play the video game, it makes me want to play the video game, but I feel like if I played it, it'd be, like a lot of stuff would be spoiled for me, but it's a pretty darn good show. And that guy, just like any tough guy role, is he just gonna play it? Like any unassuming tough guy kind of role? I guess that, whatever his name is. What's his name? That guy. The guy. He's just gonna play it. Out number 3, folks. Top of this, or bottom of the 6th we go. This is the guy who plays the Mandalorian. Star Wars is dead, though. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Star Wars is dead. Big looping curve. 0-2 now on Carter. That one's foul. Down on strike she goes. Everly Harris steps in. Delgado on the mound. I think I missed a pitching change while trying to deal with some tech issues. Delgado's on the mound now for the Kraken. 5-4. They lead at bottom of the 6th here with 1 out. What the heck is that? Pablo something. No, it's not Pablo. He was in... Did he play Pablo Escobar? In, what the hell is this guy's name? Oh my god, what the hell is this guy's name? Pedro Pascal. Jesus. Need to see him in that Nick Cage movie. Oh, he's in that Nick Cage movie too? The one where Nick Cage plays Nicolas Cage? He hunted Escobar. Oh, okay. And Narcos, right? I never watched that show. It makes me interested to see it though. He's a pretty good actor. I really like him in The Last of Us. That one is off of Doyle's glove. They can't do anything, so the runner's all safe here. Double play is still in effect as Denny Hayes comes in. Popped up a high fly pop-up. Fenstermacher's calling for it. They're not going to test the arm. So everyone stays put. You know what I won't watch with Pedro Pascal in it, though, is The Mandalorian, because Star Wars is dead. I honestly, every time I see freaking Baby Yoda, or whatever its name is, it is just the biggest ploy to me for Disney to sell toys. And the Baby Yoda, as he walks downtown, the Baby Yoda to me looks exactly like any toy you pick off the shelves at Walmart or Target. It just looks like such a terrible animatronic. It looks so awful. It just looks like a toy. For all the amazing stuff they did with Yoda and everything, you think that all the other puppetry, you think they could make something look cool, or maybe not look like it's literally just a plastic piece of toy. I can't suspend disbelief for that. If it turns out to be Yoda and Yaddle's kid, I swear to God, I will flip this desk over. Don't you even joke about that, Para. I will straight up flip this desk over as that one is fouled away. Grounder to Tapia, out number 1.
Now batting the second baseman, number 55.
I swear to God. Please. Okay, thank God. Another one to Tapia, out number 2. If you weren't joking about Baby Yoda being freaking Yoda and Yaddle's kid, I was about to end the stream. I was about to rage quit everything and possibly move to a different state and start a new life as someone who didn't invest a lot of their time into Star Wars when I was younger, into the expanded universe that Disney took away but is now somehow bringing back because they realized that those were all the best storylines as he strikes out and Star Wars is dead. It's on the table. It cannot be on the table. That goes against everything that Yoda... Oh, God, I'm not even going to get started. It's the freaking bottom of the 7th, folks. 5-4. Kraken's still winning. They're playing for a spot in the tourney yet. Down on strikes it goes. Fiddlers are playing for a win and to go on to the next level of the tourney. And steps Rose Bobber. Grogu's taken from the Jedi temples at the execution of Order 66. Someone hid him. Any whoozle. Interesting. Yeah.
Now back, the shortstop, number 26.
Two quick strikes on Hogan here from Hayes. And that's a ball. Runner on first. 1 out. Bottom of the 7th. And down on strike she goes. Someone hit him. If someone hit him, I would hope that it would be not Yoda and it would be like Obi-Wan or something. That would make more sense. Or just anybody else on the Jedi Council. But I don't care. I don't care to talk about this. I don't care to get into this because Star Wars is dead and I don't care. Top of the 8th. They just in every scene with Luke, where it's like the body double, but Mark Hamill's face just looks so poorly. It's just like, it's just so bad. It just everything looks bad. Just make Sebastian, that Sebastian guy, the new Luke Skywalker already, folks. What are you doing, Disney? That one is a trap in front of Rose Bobbert, so that's interesting. I thought she caught that on the shoestrings. Brings up Fenstermacher, and Espinoza is coming in out of the Fiddler's bullpen. Trying to calm things down, trying to keep them in this. Ball outside, 1-1 with the runner on first. Ooh, plunked him. Man, one of the Czech Republic guys got hit today by like 100-mile-an-hour fastball right above his knee, and just the sound it made was awful. It was like a hammer hitting steak. It was just a thud. 2-1. There's a strike now. 2-2. 2-1. Nobody out. And the ball, full count to Anson. And walked him. So walks the bases loaded. Brings up Suzuki, 1 for 4. He's A- rated. I just noticed that, Suzuki. He's only hitting $167 though. And quickly in the hole, 0-2. Espinoza's tense. Down on strikes, he's just looking frozen.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 7. Now pitching.
Espinosa gets pulled. And that's a base hit up the middle. 1 run comes home. Here comes 2. The Kraken extend their lead by 3, 7-4,
Number 3.
with only 1 out as Pippa Othello steps in. Ooh, and plunks her. And fitness level goes down. That's not good for Othello. Yeah, she is hurt. Kurt Jennings comes in replacement. Othello has a bruised shoulder. So that's not good for Kraken fans. Base is still juiced here. 2-1. Doyle and fouls that one off. Now it's 2-2. And now the full count. Ripped. Foul. Full count. And a little screamer up the middle. 1 run comes home. 2 runs come home. And it's a 9-4 Kraken lead.
The right fielder, number 24. Now pitching.
And Benny Bernard. This is fascinating. So Kraken have, or the Fiddlers rather, have gone through their bullpen, I guess. And that's a base hit up the middle past Hogan. Runners coming home. Lau throws, and they're going to hold.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 25.
This is interesting. I have to check on something quick. This is fascinating to me. Yeah, it's a little dribbler. I have to check on something. So I'm pretty sure that's a pop-up. Is that deep enough to score that run? They're going to try. No, they're not. All right, the Kraken, yeah, that's what I thought. The Kraken are the number 2 seed per Super Mega Baseball's ranking. And that's a base hit up the middle. Another run comes home, and another. And it is just base to base baseball.
The center fielder, number 6.
Contact specialists. 11-4 they're winning. Jeez, did not see that coming. They're down 3-0 in this tournament, folks, so they're playing just to continue.
Now batting, the catcher, number 11.
And Hogan catches that out number 3. They get out of the inning, but the Kraken score 6 runs. They now lead at 11-4.
Now batting, the third baseman.
I have to check on something else, I suppose. Ooh, and she's plunked. Oh, now there's some bad blood between these two teams.
The center fielder, number 17.
Just past the diving Dukes and in to center field.
Now batting, the first baseman. Now pitching.
All right, Hayes is pulled, and now we have Aria Nava coming in, or Nava, the closer. We haven't seen her yet. One and two, that's a pop-up.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
My girl dog is going nuts out there for some reason. Don't know what she's barking at. hear, probably hear her in the background. She's nuts. Down on strikes. Ball's team Price steps in. Bottom of the 8th. Fiddlers trailing 11-4 with 2 outs. And that one's fouled away. She might be a Fiddlers fan. It's the 9th we go. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Kasiri Kraken. And the Fiddlers just want a quick 1-2-3 inning and get their hitters back up.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 7. Ball, that's up. He's out. Now batting, the first baseman, number 38. That's low.
1 and 2 on Kurt Jennings. Sounds like a news anchor or something. All right, that is it for this top half of the inning. Let's see if Kraken can hold on to this 7-run lead. Alfredo West steps in. He's having a good game. Neva in. Should I close it out here? Not a save opportunity, obviously. And Thompson's there for the first out. Grounder to Dukes, down to their final out. Here for the Fiddlers, Hogan 2 for 4 today. Looks like that one a strike. And grounder. Little Sunday hop there, 2 for Doyle, and that's it. The Kraken win their first game of the tournament. 11-14-0 to 4-9-0. Big 6th run at top of the 8th did it. Lots of hits on the Kraken side. Lots and lots and lots of hits. Dukes had a great day. So did Flowers, Doyle, and Newman. As much, that means a lot of guys have pretty good days on the Fiddler side too, but Delgado gets the win, Bale gets the loss, inflated ERA. Look at how many pitchers they used too. Jeez. There we have our top 3 players, Anson, Newman, and Doyle, all from the Kraken side. So, hey, what do you say? That's Kraken fake baseball, baby. I like that. So, the Fiddlers leading 3-1 over the Kraken. And tomorrow we will resume this first level of play here. Ooh, geez. With the next games between the Asiago Aeroplanes, Stilton Saucers, the Provolone Prospectors, and the Mozzarella Maneaters. We'll do that probably at 8 tomorrow morning once again. See where that ends up. And then later on tomorrow, we'll see who's advancing. If the Boomerangs win or if the Fiddlers win, they will both advance to the next level of the tournament here. So, yeah, with that, let's end with the detailed bracket here. With that will be it for me for today. We'll see you tomorrow morning, folks, at 8 o'clock for our next stream. Early morning baseball on a Sunday. Coffee and fake baseball. But in the meantime, have a good one, folks. We'll catch you next time. See you. Bye.